How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to an episode of Kayne's Vlogs. I was meant to film this many weeks ago. We lost the man himself, Stan Lee, and I was supposed to do this shortly after we all heard the news that he passed away, and things just came up. I didn't get to it in the end, but I thought I'd do it today. Better late than never, and I really wanted to do a video like this, since I've been collecting CGCs. I think it's called Certified Graded Comics. I've got a bit of a collection. I did want to do it, but never really jumped out. But then, when the sad passing of Stan Lee happened, I thought, well, I might do this as like a memorial video, just to celebrate the life that was Stan Lee. What he meant to the comic industry. One of the pioneers of that industry, and I just thought it'd be really cool to show you guys. Alrighty, I'll get this one first because I have revealed this in a previous video, my Resident Evil collection. I got a Resident Evil issue 1 from Marvel Comics, when the game first released as a CGC, 9.6. I still haven't actually read the comic, but I don't even know what brought it on. I think I was really getting back into Resident Evil again, and I thought I wanted a CGC, and eBay happened to have one for sale, and I got it for my collection. Alright, this was the first one I ever bought. I got the Punisher standalone, his first ever standalone comic, with Stan Lee's signature and Mike Zeck. I don't know, I can't even remember what got us into it. I think we started watching Comic Book Men. See, we always were collecting comics, but I think there was an episode where a guy bought a load of them in, or some guy thought, and I thought, oh, that looks interesting, so we did a bit of research, and we found out that, these things existed, and I wanted a Punisher one with a Stan Lee signature, and voila, I got it. I just know it's really weird, getting comics signed in CGC. I mean, you'll see these on sale that are expensive, like worth quite a bit of money, but I've always, followed the motto, it's not how much it's worth, it's how much you're willing to pay. I watched a documentary, and some guy had a Adam West collection, and there was an episode, there was a part in it where the host actually said that just because it's signed doesn't make it valuable. And I was trying to what he meant, but so technically what's happened, because Stan Lee signed it, he signed it, it's like taking a crayon and it's now not mint, if you know what I mean. It's a really weird process. You see these, signed comics and anything, go for so much money, but really, you've damaged it. So really dodgy, that area, but I thought I'd want it as a Stan Lee signature. And Miley. Alright, this one I completely forgot I had when I pulled them out today. Issue 1 of the Punisher Warzone. You're gonna notice a theme with these CGCs. Not only am I getting Punisher, but I'm getting issue 1 of everything. I just thought, that would be a really cool collection to do, and I completely forgot I had this one. Alright, probably the one that's got the biggest cover. It's issue 1 of Raphael Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. First appearance of Casey Jones. Big fan of Casey Jones. I've always loved the character, and I think that's why I like the Punisher so much. They sort of both got the same motto as their vigilante justice in a way. And my first YouTube, I didn't start with his mask, but I loved his mask, and I started using that as my sort of gimmick for YouTube when I first started, and I still technically do. My recent 2K19 Kayne Undertaker, it's got just a mouth version of his mask, and Luke got this for me for Christmas a few years ago. Really cool. There was actually a few Christmases where my family got me CGCs, and we were sort of sticking to that topic. I've got Amazing Spider-Man issue 4, first appearance of Cindy Moon, who is Silk. I'm a really big fan of Silk. I love the character, and I've been following, I've been reading the current issues, and I really like her as, in the Spider-Man universe. One of my favourites. Alright, we'll stick with Silk. This was one of my favourite series. It was quite short. I don't think it was that long, but it sort of got me into the Silk character. So I've got Silk issue 1 signed by Stacey Lee and Dave Johnson, who worked on, the cover. And I really like that cover. It's a nice cover. I believe I bought this one for myself. I did, because I complained it's like a little strand of hair in there. Vengeance of Bane. First appearance of Bane, which, again, one of my favourite characters in comics, DC. I've always loved the idea that, he's this big, bulk guy relying on what's it called, the Titan, or, I should bloody know, one of my favourite characters. yeah, I just always loved that in Bane. You know, he's just this big tank. Okay, next up, Thor issue 1 with I forgot her name. The first like female Thor in a way, and it was just a really cool cover, and I thought I'd get that as a CGC. I want to say Jane Foster. No, I still feel like that's not right. I believe this was another Christmas present from Luke. Terminator 2 Judgment Day issue number 1. I can never pick a favourite movie, but Terminator 2 is up there with Jaws as one of my all-time favourite movies. And then above that, I like movies like, you know, The Pagemaster, one of my all-time favourites, but Terminator 2 I can always go back and watch no matter what. And yeah, one of the best movies I ever watched. I think I was probably 4 or 5 when I first saw it, and I was like, whoa. Alrighty. Now, this is sort of... I didn't really want to rank them in order, but this one I had to save for last. It is so special that I keep it wrapped in bubble wrap so I don't damage it in a way. You know, sometimes I occasionally knock things over no matter what, so I've kept it in bubble wrap, so if it drops, it's going to hopefully keep it from being damaged. This one cost me a lot of money. I think in the end, because I even had to pay custom fees, it cost me about $4,000, and it took me about a year and a half to pay it back, because I used a credit card, and my parents supported me on it. They thought, oh, well, if it's what you really want, go for it, and I'm glad I did, because now that's sort of going up in price now, and it's not really sort of did it for an investment. I just thought I really wanted it. If I had to pick one, I would pick this one. So, here we go. Gonna slowly unwrap it. I was really paranoid about this one because I spent so much money, and I was thinking I wanted to get here, and when customs got it, because I think if you spend over $1,000 overseas, they detain it because they think, you know, it's got fucking drugs in it. Okay, here we go. I've got Amazing Spider-Man, issue 129, first appearance of the Punisher. I love this thing. It's probably the most expensive thing I own in my entire collection of everything. It's just... I always wanted it. When I first started getting into the Punisher, I knew he was in the Spider-Man, you know, his first appearance, and I thought, one day I really want to get it. Now, I could have bought it as a sort of, you know, there's reprints and all that stuff, but I wanted the original, you know, CGC. It's a 9.6, and I believe, I think that's, because it's got like a little, you know, kind of aged paper on the top there, if you can see. And the reason I did that was the 9.8s were, they were way up there, and I think there was only one at the time, and I thought, nah, I'm happy with a 9.6, and it's a white page, which is the highly recommended one to get, and yeah, probably my prized possession of anything. It's just one of my, I can't even get the words out. It's just awesome, and I've got it in my collection. I love it, love it, love it, love it. Alright everyone, I just did a jump there because I wanted to get it back in the bubble wrap in case, you know, I dropped it or whacked it against anything, and yeah, thank you all for watching. I thought I wanted to do this video as sort of a, you know, memorial for Stan Lee. I was a big fan. I wish I'd got to meet the man. He did come to Australia for Supernova, I think last year. He was over in Brisbane, and I was about to, because I was going to fly over there. It's quite cheap for it, you know, to fly to Brisbane. I think it's about $600 or $700, and I thought, oh, you know, meet Stan the man, you know, himself, but I never did it in the end, and well, I don't think, yeah, what do you mean don't think, I'm never going to get the opportunity again. I wish I did, and yeah, just thought this, yeah, like I said, I wanted to do this video right when he passed away, but I thought, nah, I was having things going on, I didn't want to do it during that, and yeah, rest in peace, Stan Lee. You were awesome. You're a pioneer of many childhoods and created one of the biggest, you know, franchises in the industry. And yeah, may your, how do you put it? May your memory live on. Oh, I can't even think of the words. I can't do things like this when, you know, someone, you know, has passed away. Normally I put a little slide at the beginning of my videos, and I think the only time I ever did another video was Rick Mail. Oh, Rick Mail. Oh god, it still hurts. But anyway, I won't hold you up any longer. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all later.